Hi all, I'm Otaku Lucifer, and this is Blerd Culture. On today's Blerd Culture, I will be talking about Spy Family. Let's go. So there's a new anime that just dropped called Spy Family. It came out a few weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the anime is about a family of spies. Actually, it's about one spy, one assassin, and one child who is a telepath. So the family consists of Loid Forger, who is the spy, and Yor Forger, who is the assassin. Her code name, by the way, is Thorn Princess, which I think is pretty cool. And Loid, her husband, his code name is Twilight. And Anya Forger, who is the telepath. Loid is a spy for a place in the West. I can't remember the name of the place right now, but it's a place in the West. I'll probably put it down here somewhere. And they're basically at war with the place to the east, but it's like a silent Cold War type thing. So like the feel of the whole show has a very, it's giving to like Lupin the Third / Canon / Gunslinger Girl type feel to it, you know. So it's very along the lines of those anime. If you've ever seen any of those anime, I mean Lupin, everyone's seen Lupin at least once. It has that aspect to it where you have the main character who he's tasked with this mission to save his country. Basically what happens is he has to make a family like really quick because the spy that he's trying to get in contact with, or he's trying to like stop, that spy's child goes to this like really nice prep school, and he has to form a family and get his adopted daughter, who happens to be a telepath, that, you know, but he doesn't know that she's a telepath, into this school. Within the first 3 episodes, he gets his mission, he finds his daughter, starts the family, and then he finds his wife. But his wife turns out to be an assassin. She doesn't know that he's a spy, he doesn't know that she's an assassin, and neither one of them knows that their daughter is a telepath. But the daughter knows that he's a spy and that she's an assassin. So the little girl is the only one who knows what's really going on. It's kind of this weird mix of familial drama or familial tension, where you get the sense that the family's a very nice family and they have like a solid mix to them, and they clearly care about each other, but they're not telling each other what's going on. So it's cute. I mean, I like it. I think a lot of people are kind of likening it to like other slice of life animes out there, like in the same genre. This particular anime kind of lends to the tradition of spy anime, like Go-Go 13 and Darker Than Black, and a couple others. I think like 009 is another one. And yeah, but to me, for some strange reason, I think the anime style to me kind of lends itself more towards like a Lupin the Third than like say a Go-Go 13, which is like classic spy stuff, or Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell was more futuristic, and Go-Go 13 was more like 80s. This particular anime, I think I really like it because it's just really like slice of life, and it's kind of like cool because it's not like a whole lot of violence. It is, but it's not. It's not like the violence is like the thing that's like ever present in it. You know, a lot of the other animes that I mentioned, like Go-Go 13 and even Ghost in the Shell a bit, there was always like a lot of action. There'd be like a lot of talking and a lot of like cerebral dialogue going on, and then it would be like high octane action going on with those particular animes. This one though, it kind of more focuses on, he has this mission, he has to infiltrate this other spy and get close to this other guy. The dialogue is just more organic. For example, there has this one scene in episode 3 where they witness an old lady getting mugged or whatever, and everybody kind of goes into like auto mode, especially the wife. The wife, she goes into auto mode and she like immediately goes after the thief. Whereas Loid, he kind of like relaxes, but once he realizes that his wife is going after the thief, he kind of says to himself, okay, she lost him, let me see if I can catch him. And then their daughter Anya, she uses her telepathy to find the guy, but it seems like every time she uses her telepathy and it's like a lot of people, like she's in a crowd or something like that, she gets overwhelmed and then she kind of passes out. She's like, and she falls asleep. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's like really cute, and it's almost like a family type anime with spies in it. You know, it's more like giving to me like the feeling of it's a family type slice of life and they just happen to be spies. But the thing that interests me, several things interested me in the first 3 episodes. One of the major things that interested me was her younger brother. And when I say her, I'm talking about Yor, the assassin. I think one of the things that really interests me is Yor's younger brother, who she's been close with, and she's been doing all this stuff to make sure that he, you know, he does well in life, and she's the older sister and she's responsible for him since they have no parents. And I kept saying to myself, is this guy her handler? And she really has no past, and he's just like there to call every now and then to give her missions. Because there was one time someone called her, she was speaking to somebody, she sounded all normal, and then she kind of like a switch flipped in her head, and the next thing you know, she was out and about on the hunt, you know, to kill off somebody. I think that the show is really good so far. I'm really interested in finding out if Yor's brother is really her handler, and I like the direction that the anime is going in right now. It's only episode 3, so it's early. It might change, and it might end up like Batum or another anime that started off really good but just kind of ended or just ends badly. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going on with that. If you guys have seen Spy Family, let me know in the comments, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say about this particular anime, especially since there's not a lot of spy animes that are out right now, and a lot of them don't really come out anymore, at least not like this. So yeah, please let me know what you think, and until next time, stay safe, stay peaceful, and stay blessed.